I think y'all got it wrong when y'all see me expose Pastor Dow for his wickedness and his foolishness, and you thinking that I'm like a promoter of women or some dog. No, I'm a promoter of truth. I rebuke an evil woman as long with a wicked man at the same time with the same sword. You're wrong. Unk ain't like that. This is not the church. I am not sitting up here with a pew full of women so I can say all this good stuff. Women thou out loose and all this stuff. I don't play, guys. So y'all need to know, Unk ain't no joke. I don't play. If you want the truth and you want to come out of sin and you want to come in righteousness and spirit and truth and you want to rebuke all curses, all things, then listen to Unk. This is not Straightway where I'm going to be abusing a woman, talking down on a woman. None of this error. I'm in spirit and truth. We hold men and women accountable equally. Equal accountability for their actions and their agenda and what they come with. We know that the woman is a weaker vessel, and that's the time. No, that's why he's all in her and over her through her emotions and stuff. We know that. That's why you don't suffer the women to teach. You got to be very careful. That's why that was for. That's what that stuff was for. Because if you leave it, they'll start the gossiping, and women will be listening to these women and listening to this stuff, and they don't even know these women is under deep. Another woman just wrote me some, you said that this woman, something I said, I did something probably 6 months ago. I did a lesson about this big woman ministry. I said, this woman is under witchcraft. She under a demon. Sister just wrote me yesterday, like, you never cease to amaze me. I didn't believe you or whatever. And look, now she sent me a video of another woman exposing that woman is under demonic possession. I knew it anyway. I said it back then, but you ain't got to listen. I don't care. Don't listen. They ain't listening to Noach either. They ain't listening to none of the prophets. Only a remnant, a little few. He who is here. You ain't going to listen, right? I ain't calling myself a prophet, but y'all be telling me stuff, and I know they ain't going to listen. And I was worried at first. They ain't going to like me. They said they ain't supposed to like you. This is the word. You don't like me. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to blame everybody for their part. And I blame myself for my part. But I ain't going to not blame a woman for her part. Oh, that's where you're wrong. That's where you have the wrong man of Yah. I'm going to give equal blame. And I blame Eve for bringing sin into this world. And she put a curse over your head, whether you want to realize. That's why you still under the curse. You just receive it. And over the other daughters of Yah. And that's my duty to awaken them to it so they can rebuke it and praise Yah. Daughters of Yah out there who has ears to hear, like my sister said, this queen mother has ears to hear. Praise Yah for you. You are the glorious, righteous representation of the Most High Yah. You are the daughters of Yah. That's why I don't call people daughters of Zion no more. I call them daughters of the Most High Yah. Because there was sin with this Zion stuff. Now you got the Zionists and stuff. All this, there's so much witchcraft in this stuff. That's why I call it daughters of Yah, and I don't say daughters of Zion anymore. See, I always call you daughters of the Most High. You are righteous and glorious and the most precious thing on this earth. You are the mother of civilization. You, not you, Jezebels, just sitting up there, not just because you're a woman. I ain't no feminist. I'll rebuke you. I'll take your head just like I take the head of a man with that sword. That's where you're wrong. You won't come amongst my midst and infiltrate it with your wickedness. And these weak men won't either. See, you are bringing the division between men and women. I don't. I bring the truth so the woman can see what it is and rebuke that curse of Eve, rebuke that Jezebelian demon, rebuke all of this stuff that was over them so we could come back into righteous standing and that she could be the help me unto me. And I ain't no Adam spirit. Absolutely. I'm a son of Yahshuah, the second Adam. You heard? And he wasn't no joke. He wasn't no game. And he ain't play no game with no men or no women. He was no feminist. Now listen, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit and did eat and gave also unto Adam, and he did eat. Now listen clearly. He said, once you eat from the tree, your eyes are going to be open. You're going to know good and evil. She ate first, so her eyes was open. She knew good and evil. She knew better than to give it to Adam because she knew what was going to happen to him. So now you asking me, you don't see in the Bible where it ever says Eve was evil or wicked? Give you chapter and verse. Chapter and verse. Genesis 3:6. That's where it says Eve was evil. You got your chapter and verse, sister. I bet you won't receive that. Do you have spiritual ears to see this is evil? Do I need for the scripture to say, and Eve was evil, for me to know evil? If you need that, then you really need to sit down and listen to a righteous man, because there are parables in the scripture. And Yahshuah said you have to have the key to decipher it. How can I decipher any parables if I can't clearly see that this is an evil, wicked act to bring sin into the world? The first transgression of Yah was the woman. So don't tell me I'm going to sit up here and blame different genders for equally. No, she did it first. Adam didn't do it first. It ain't saying, and Adam was talking, the serpent was talking to Adam, and Adam, he told Adam, and Adam ate from the tree, and Adam ate, and once his eyes opened, then he gave it to Eve, because then I'll be blaming Adam. Foolish woman. It ain't equal. She brought it into the world. The woman brought it into the world. You don't like it, and the woman's what's Hassatan's using to keep doing it. Why do you think today they're making these women, putting them in the Congress and putting them in the vice president and putting them in, what's this other one that just went into the to the Supreme Court and why do you think they're doing it? The serpent seed. Because they always use the woman. Because the serpent and the woman have a relationship, and that's why you need to divorce Hasatan, your first love. So they put them woman into the positions. And that woman that they just anointed to the Supreme Court, what's that Katanji demon? What does she do? She's with pedophiles and it's straight demon serpent from the garden. Eve brought sin into the world. And Adam followed behind her. Let's continue. We're going to see what Yah says about it. We're going to see if Yah agrees with what his son is saying, speaking right now. And see, so when she opened her eyes, she knew, she consciously gave it to him, knowing now he's going to be cursed. She didn't protect him. You're a liar from the lake of fire. I don't know if it's you or Jezebel. I don't know who it is, but if you're in agreement with it, you and that demon are lies. And Hasatan who is in you. Ain't no truth in that. To my she protected some add-on. If that's the protection, then I don't need your protection. I need to be alone then. That's why Shaul like, well, it's better than man to be alone then if that's the case. If this is what the woman is going to do to me, going to make me lose my salvation, then I'm good. I'm good alone then. I don't need your protection if that's the protection you bring in. Go willfully go make me go against. She wanted to protect us. She told him, run. Don't eat this. Oh my goodness, what did I do? And she probably wouldn't have been punished so much because he was like, well, at least you protected Adam. Did you see? Okay, let's keep going. And she gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And now the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. Why all of a sudden, if there was no sex, sister, if there was nothing sexual, why are they finding out that they are naked and covering their breasts and their genitals? Why? Does that see, you don't have eyes to see and ears to hear. You don't have the keys to decipher this. So you're going to be, they didn't have no sex. There was no sex involved. Show me scripture. This is called deciphering. Nobody got to believe it. It's okay. He who has ears to hear, the remnant, who has ears to hear, let him hear. Why is this first thing that came from it got to do with sexual? And it's telling you it's in the physical. No, look, because remember, this nakedness was spiritual nakedness, right? At first, because they were clean. That means they were pure and not defiled. So they were naked in their spirit because the spirit is undefiled, then the physical hasn't been revealed. So they didn't know that they were physically boobs and butt and a chocha and a penis. They didn't know that that was anything to turn on to be sexual because they weren't defiled spiritually. They hadn't eaten from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. They hadn't messed with Hasatan in any way. Okay, so they didn't know. So that nakedness was pure. Remember, because if you're not defiled, then you're physical. The spirit comes before the physical. Y'all learn a lot, guys. Listen very carefully. These are the keys to this mystery in this Bible right here, in this Genesis right here. That's why they weren't defiled. They didn't know that they were physically naked when they said earlier that they were naked in the garden and it was good. You know, you understand? Because it was undefiled, right? They hadn't partaken. They hadn't eaten from the fruit. So they didn't know nothing. They've been walking around naked the whole time. It was nothing sexual. But all of a sudden they ate this proverbial thing. Now it turned sexual. So once they ate them, their eyes were open because now their spirit is defiled, right? They're going to know good and evil. Now I look at, woo, boobs. Think about it. It's because they didn't act. Now they know the feeling. Understand something. When you guys, that's why we are to keep the children's virginity into marriage. That was Torah. We are supposed to stay virgins until we get married in the courtship and not touch one, no fornication. And it's early. We used to marry early too, before our hormones, right as our hormones and stuff start to kick in. That early age, that was the age we were getting married. See, this is structured from Yah's creation. This is his rightful order, right? And you choose correctly and wisely from a righteous, she's virgin, I'm a virgin, from righteous household, right? And you come together. And then once you are together and the two becomes as one, then when you do that act, it's not defiled. And now you're not fornicating outside of it, because once you have that act, your eyes are open, meaning something comes over, you can never take it back. That's why the biggest thing I ever regret is that how I lost touch myself when I was young. And it's because somebody gave me a condom. I didn't know what it was. And I was in the bathroom and I'm messing with it. And I don't know what is this. And I'm doing something. And all of a sudden I'm touching it and then it happened. And I don't know what the world that was. I'm like, I don't know what it was. That from then on, I was cursed. From then on. Maybe TMI, but I have to tell everything in spirit and in truth. That's how I lost mine. And I was young. I don't remember. Maybe like 11, 10. My purity. Because some older dude, somebody gave me a condom. You're young, you act like you know what it is. And I went home and I'm in the bathroom. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you put it? And I didn't know that I just opened myself up to sin, to demons. That's what their eyes is open, guys. This is all sexual, guys. So when they did this act, now they realize what sex is. Because from then on, now I can't take it back. So you don't have the desire. It's like if you've never smoked weed or something before, you don't miss it. If you've never, there's where people be like, man, I love it and miss it. You're like, I don't got that stronghold because I never had it before. You can't miss what you haven't had. That's the same thing with food. If you've never given nobody this food and you be like, man, I love macaroni and cheese. They're like, I never had it before, so I ain't missing nothing. They won't know. Once you introduce them, see, that's a spirit, it's a demon. Once you introduce them to sex, that's the worst thing you can do. That's why our job is to keep our children virgins until married as long as possible, because you keep your power and your strength and you get to be able to focus. You see, you will be focusing on business and building your future and different stuff and growing instead of chasing box, instead of women looking on that. See, it's different. See, it's a different thing when a man like me, who's that's eyes have been open, when a woman walk around with her boobs and her butt popping out, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But somebody else who's a virgin, he looking at the same thing, and he's like, I don't care about that, whatever. And he's just like, he focuses on, see, because he don't have that. He haven't opened up. His eyes haven't been open. Y'all are learning very key. That's why he wanted me to go into, I'll tell you, part 2 will explain. Praise Yah for my diligence, because I was tired and I did not want to do it because it takes a lot out of you. But I got to do what Yah says, because you need to understand. So listen. And their eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked now in the physical, because the spirit is now defiled. So now their eyes is open, and they're like, and they got fig leaves. She want to cover herself, and he want to cover himself, because now they know good and evil. Now they're like, oh my goodness. Because now Adam is looking like, ooh, my goodness, look at her butt, look at them boobs. Now when she walk around the garden, she bend over to get something. You know, if a woman naked, she bend over in the church. Y'all guys, y'all know I'm talking about how that looks. Women, y'all don't know. Well, some of y'all do. Y'all watch porn and stuff, but I don't know if y'all feel the way we feel. I know those who into that homosexual thing might think they feel. I don't know. Guys, y'all know what I'm talking about. So imagine now their eyes is open, that it wasn't a thing where they had felt like they got to cover themselves, and she in the garden, she bend over to get some. Adam gonna be like, oh, yeah, they're gonna be smashing all through the garden. You understand? Because, you know, so now their eyes are open, so they covered themselves. What does this have to do with if there is no sex involved? Why is the first act after this Eden involve sexual things? Sewing the fig leaves to cover your sexual parts, your breasts, and it's a sexual act. Now listen very closely. And they heard the voice of the Most High Yah walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh amongst the trees of the garden. Yahweh called unto Adam. Now here we go. Listen closely, sister, if you're still listening. I know you probably just cut this off. You probably all in your feelings. For if she is, then so be it. But if not, if you're still here, listen closely, because I'm trying to teach you in spirit and in truth. All those other women, listen closely. All right? Now, and Yahweh called Adam. The reason why he called Adam, because that's who he made the covenant with, right? He made the covenant with the man related to the woman. You know she knew the covenant, because when Hasatan asked her, which he had to do according to the laws of the Shamma'im, because you have to invite him in. First, you have to he can't trick you. See, he didn't trick her. When she was saying beguiled, she was really saying charmed me, like gamed me. Because he didn't trick her, because you would trick a person by like not asking, not knowing that she don't know this, and I trick you. I know she don't know this, and I'm going to tell her something else. No, he had to do correctly, because they all have to follow the laws of the Shamma'im, the demons, the serpents, everything. Every kingdom has to follow the laws of Yah. He's the Most High creator of all. He said, I create good and evil. So they all have to answer. So they all have to do it correct. That's why you got to invite demons into your house. You have to invite these spirits in, you understand, in order for them to take hold. That's the laws of the Shammai, one of the laws. Okay, so Hasatan had to go according to the laws. So he had to ask her to make so there's no trick. He asked her, what's the covenant? She repeated the covenant. Then he just lied to her, not a trick, a lie. And he said, you ain't gonna die, mama. You ain't go. And she said, charmed is because he was fly, guys. He was pretty. He was charming. He was fly. His voice like, yo, baby, you ain't going. You see, he's like, you ain't going. Man, you can eat from that. You're going to be just as the Most High. And, you know, and all spice smelled good. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Use your common sense, guys. This is the word. It is alive. It is not no fake book. This is evident what's happening here. Okay, now listen closely. He called Adam because he gave the covenant to Adam, which he always gives it to the man. The man is the covering. He's first, and you relay it to the woman. She's the reflection of you. And then she teaches it to the children and everything, and y'all teach it to the nation and stuff, right? Okay, so he called Adam first, and he said unto Adam, where art thou? And Adam said, I heard your voice in the garden. I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself. Again, I'm naked. Now, this is both physically and spiritually. He's saying, I sinned, I'm defiled in my spirit because I sinned against you, physical, and I hid myself. I'm ashamed. And Yah said, who told you you was naked? How do you know that how do you know she got boobs in her butt and that Chocha looking, how do you know that you got this what's going, how do you know good and evil? How does your spirit defile? Because the spirit defile, you awaken to the flesh. How do you know? He said, who told you that you was naked? That you eaten from the tree where I command that you should not eat? Come on, guys, use common sense. As you mess with that serpent that I tell you, listen to that serpent. Did you eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? How do you know? Where I commanded that you shouldn't eat. And Adam said, the woman that you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I did eat. Is that the truth, guys, or is it not? Is that not what happened? Look up here. And the woman saw that the tree was good for food and it was pleasant to the eyes and the tree that I was making one. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat and gave also to her husband and he did eat. And what did Adam say? The woman you gave is to me to be with me. She gave me of the tree and I did eat. Fools. Adam told the truth. All these church people, all these Hebrew mores and leaders, whatever, all this Adam didn't take accountability. He did. He told the truth. Really? They teaching that Adam did, what is it? He snitched. Like Adam snitched. So him telling the truth to the Most High Yah is a snitch. So what did you want him to do? Lie? You see how foolish that sounds? That's why I say idiot, guys. You see why that tone is so rough? What did you want him to do? Lie? Because anything else he would have said would have been a lie. So you wanted him to lie to the Most High? And wear a shirt that says stop snitching? That's what you want? Idiots. Now you see why I'm saying idiots? You fools. It's foolish. And you got leaders and pastors and all till y'all heard it. Every time I heard it, I'm like, this thing is foolish. I couldn't say nothing because these people get all, everybody just fall for this foolishness. I had to keep my mouth quiet until y'all say, let's go. Let's clean all this mess up. And that's what we're doing. Okay. He who has ears there, let him hear. Let the remnant hear. Now listen. He said, Adam said, the truth. The woman who thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I did eat. And what did Yah say? Did Yah say, man, you snitch? Man, that ain't the truth. Why ain't you taking accountability? Saying some Eve didn't blame Adam for what? Listen what I'm saying. Adam, she gave Adam the thing he ate. Yah asked him what he do. He told him, the woman you gave me this tree and I ate it. He took accountability and responsibility for his actions and he told the father the truth. And I respect him for that. I don't respect him for listening, but I respect him for telling the truth. Now, listen clearly, guys. Now, when he said this to Yah, the Yah said, you liar. Cursed is you for lying to me. You snitch. I'm going to take your no snitching. I'm going to give you a t-shirt that say, I'm a snitch. And you're going to walk around. And when I banish you from the garden and all your children that's coming. No. And Yahuwah said unto the woman, So he asked Adam first, right? Because the covenant was with Adam, the commandment. And Adam was to relay it. So he called Adam first. And he asked Adam. And Adam said, the woman that you gave me, she gave me a tree and I ate of it, Yah. I did it. And I did eat. That's truth. What did Yah do? He immediately turned to the woman. What is this that you have done? Oh, Don't that go against what this sister talking about? Hold on, where is she? Where is that statement? Oh, there we go. She did not tell Yah anything about Adam's part nor blame. She only put it on Satan. What? That don't sound like the same thing, guys. That don't sound like what's going on here. Because after he asked Adam, what did you do? And Adam told him, the woman you gave me, gave a tree and I eat. He immediately turned to her and said, what is this that thou hast done? So you want to sit up there and say that I'm going to put blame on Adam and Eve equally when the Most High himself didn't put blame on them equally? He turned to her and said, what is this that thou hast done? Meaning you made a covenant with Hasatan, you broke my law for Hasatan, and then you gave it to my son? What is this that thou hast done? Now, let's look at Eve. She said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. That feminist Jezebel demon is evil, and I rebuke it in the name of Yahshuah. And all my sisters worldwide rebuke that over your life. Do not listen to nobody with the spirit over them, talking about some Eve didn't do nothing. Eve told the truth. She stood up. Listen carefully, guys. He asked the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And Eve said, the serpent tricked me, charmed me, and I did eat. But what did this woman say? Listen to this. This is where our woman get wicked at. What did this woman say? She did not tell Yah anything about Adam's part, nor blame Adam. She only put it on Satan. What? Put it on? Who did it? So you want her to blame Adam for something he didn't do and not blame Satan. So whose side are you on? See, guys, you see? Who is this woman taking up for? Satan. Sorry, but you don't even see it because you're under a delusion, under a Jezebel demon, under the curse of Eve, to the point where this ain't even a curse of Eve you're under. This is a curse of Jezebel, because I ain't putting that on Eve because Eve told the truth. See, I can't put, this ain't the curse of Eve, guys, that's over this woman. So now listen, she only put it on Satan. She didn't blame Adam, which she couldn't, because what could she blame him for? I'm gonna blame him for listening to me? Wow, really? That's really demonic, guys. Now, she only put it on Satan. Are you kidding me? It's like, it sounds like you're taking up for Satan. Listen, it's because she took up for Adam and blamed Hasatan, the serpent. What? She took up for Adam by saying the serpent tricked me? How is that taking up for Adam? You really did not want her to blame Satan. You really did not want her to tell the truth and say that Satan, the serpent tricked me, beguiled me, charmed me, hustled me, gamed me. You wanted her to blame Adam because you hate men. Come on, y'all. This is this feminist, demonic Jezebel spirit. Satan hated Adam because he wanted to take his estate, because Adam was made in his image. These women who are married to Satan, they hate the black man. They hate us. They hate the sons of Yah. They hate the men because they love Hasatan and he hates us. So you wanted her to blame Adam when he didn't do anything. And you said she took up for Adam and blamed the serpent. And look down here, you said, she only put it, she did not tell anything about Adam's part, no blame her. She only put it on Satan. Women today do. Woo, this is wicked, guys. But this is not the curse of Eve that's under this sister. This is the curse of Jezebel. This is her relationship with Hasatan and Jezebel, because Eve took accountability. Okay, now let's go back to the word. Told y'all part 2 was going to be good. Now, and we're going to clear it all up. Now, and Yahweh said to Eve, what is this that thou hast done? And Eve said, the serpent tricked me and I did eat. And then Yah turned to the serpent now. Because you have done this, you are cursed above all cattle, above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Now, I know I ain't going to go into the symbolism of it being a little snake or a serpent, and now it's on the ground. But I do know that he cursed Hasatan too, because now he said, you shall go to and fro in the earth. You're bound and stuck in the earth, because you gotta understand, Hasatan was in the deep when they first fell. He was able to go other places. Now he's stuck in the earth. It's his realm. So he said, you're gonna go walking to and fro. That's that kind of this is what I get from the Ruach teaching me. That's that dust of the ground. So you feel, because remember, Hasatan is walking to and fro. So we be blaming Hasatan. He don't even know y'all. Hasatan ain't here right now. I know he ain't here right now. I don't know where he's at. See, think about it. Everything is in order of higher. Hasatan ain't worried about a lot of y'all because y'all ain't a threat to his kingdom. See, I'm a threat because I'm going to do everything I can to go against his kingdom. And I'm trying to make the daughters of Yah come from under his curse and everything. So I'm a threat. So I do think he might have visited me before him himself. But that don't be Hasatan. Remember, he have demons and minions doing his deeds. It's millions of them. They're all in your thoughts and your emotions. That don't be Hasatan. We blame Hasatan is at one place at one time. So we don't know where he's at in this earth. He's somewhere, though. He said, walking to and fro, looking for who to devour. That's that going upon your belly. Now you don't have the ability to be going down to the abyss and going all over the place. You're stuck in this earth. You see? And that, dust to the ground, like you walking to and fro, you don't have the ability to transcend like the other angels do and everything. He's walking to and fro. Where are you? I was busy and walking to and fro, looking for somebody to devour. Okay? This is the keys, breaking some of the symbolism, guys. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. The remnant who has ears to hear, let him hear. Now, and he said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between your seed, Hasatan, and her seed. It shall bruise thy head. Now, why are we talking about babies? Why are we still talking about sex, guys? For our sister to keep saying, he ain't have no sex, Eve ain't have sex. Yeah, because you got this film, you refuse to believe that she did something with Hasatan because you don't want to, because you want to blame the man. That's why. So you don't want to take accountability. And fortunately for us, all sisters are not in that place. He who has ears to hear, let it hear. Listen clearly, guys. From the first time they ate from it, naked, fig leaves, sex. Now, first thing, he asked Adam what he do. He asked Eve what he do. They both told the truth. He went to the serpent. Now, because of this, I'm going to curse you first. He cursed Hasatan first, right? Then he said, now, because of what you did, Hasatan, I'm going to put beef between you and your first love, the woman, because y'all did something together. Whether you guys want to foolishly think it wasn't a sexual act or they didn't do anything, right? You just want to think, because y'all ate of a fruit, or just because she listened to you, that's still a relationship. Okay. Because of that, between your seed and her seed, why is he talking about babies now? We back onto sex again, guys. See, it teaches, this is the parable you got to understand to be able to read. I have the gift, the keys to decipher. Why does this keep going back to babies and sex over and over? And it doesn't stop. Now listen, why is he saying now that Hasatan has a seed? Think clearly, guys. Where does it say Hasatan has a seed before this? Where does it say Hasatan has a baby before this? It doesn't. It doesn't. Now, because of this act, now he's talking about Hasatan has a seed that's going to go forth, a baby, a seed. What did they do, guys? For now, he has a seed and she has a seed. Because you got to understand, Adam and Eve didn't sleep with each other yet. You see, it didn't say Adam and Eve slept with each other before this. So when she did eat, she ate and she gave it to him and he did eat. If you would understand and say, okay, let's just ponder if that means she slept with Hasatan. Now her eyes was open. She brought sin into her national, and then she turned around and slept with Adam. He partook, did eat. And now the eyes were open and realized they naked. Now he's talking about Hasatan. Now babies are coming in. Why are babies coming? Now, why are seeds coming in? It makes no logical sense. That's why he gave men Daughters of Yah, listen clearly. That's why he gave us the gift of logic and not to be ruled by our emotions. Men are logical, women are emotional. The emotions is what is part of the weaker vessel thing. We don't rule by our emotions. We think logically, we problem solve. And women get upset because sometimes they just want to be emotional, guys. Listen up, men. Sometimes they just want to express themselves. They don't want you to answer the question. They don't want you to fix the problem. They just want to be emotional and vent, and they don't want you to listen and take it. I know it's like fingernails on the chalkboard to us. I know it's horrible, but you got to sit there and like, ugh. The good time is when you watching football or something, or got music on, they don't know you still got the music low. You can listen to, kind of zone it out. Just don't let her catch you, because then she'll get even more emotional and upset. You don't even listen. It's like we don't want to hear it, but it's okay. We understand. The real man of Yah, it's literally noise. That's why you have friends. So you're supposed to really be doing it with your friend. But men, we a lot of us good men, we're tolerable. I have to do it. You sit there and like, you just got to listen. But it's hard for us not to solve the problem, because we have this gift to be able to see this and break it down and to be able to teach again. Now, listen very closely. Now, he punished him, right? The serpent first. And he's talking about babies again. Now, because of this, that means now Hasatan has a seed that's coming into the earth. How? Why? What happened that now all of a sudden he has a seed in the earth? What happened that now all of a sudden she gonna have a seed in the earth if no sex was involved, right? It shall bruise, okay. And I will put enmity between you, Hasatan, and the woman, the serpent. If y'all not thinking that's Hasatan, then you're foolish. He who has ears, let him hear. And between your seed, Hasatan, and her seed, your seed, her seed shall bruise your head, and your seed shall bruise his heel. Okay. And for those of us know, her seed is actually the children of Israel. And the serpent seed is coming. That's east. That's Jacob and Esau. Remember? Bruise the head. You kill the head, the body shall die. Bruise the heel. It's always trying to trip you, going at your heel, trying to pull you down. Okay. Now, after he punishes the serpent, he goes to his creation. Now it's time to give punishment onto Adam and Eve who transgressed against him. Unto the woman, he said, oh, that's out of order. I thought, and the sister's like, show me where he gave a commandment to the woman. Show me he only gave commandment to men. Yes, he did. But that doesn't mean a woman don't have to follow the commandments. She still got to follow the statute, codes, and commandments. The man is the reflection. He tells the woman what Yah's law and order is. That's what we are called to teach. It is the men of Yahshuah who are to teach to all nations, Gentiles well. And the women are to learn from it, and she could teach the woman and the children, and the Gentiles will learn from it, and they could teach the other Gentiles. But it's rightful order. The house of Yahshuah are the only teachers of the word. They learn from us. It's poured out, the kingdom of priests, the rightful order. So how is this out of order then? Yah's order, he went to Adam first. Where are you? And Adam told him why and explained what happened. Then he went to the woman second. What did you do? You transgressed against me and made my son transgress against me. She did something. She did the sin. She did evil. Listen, daughters of Yah. Ask me where in the Bible it says she did evil. Right here. She did transgression. The first transgression is the Most High Yah came from a woman. Own it. Rebuke it. Come from up under it. But always remember it. Because Hasatan will always be after you because of it. This covenant is with you, not with Adam. That's why Yah said, because I will put enmity between Satan and her, not us. Between his seed and the woman's seed. This is between Satan and the woman. They had a relationship. a situationship, an entanglement. They entangled themselves somehow. Don't play with me. Don't play with the word of Yah. He who has ears there, let him hear. Listen, now he's ready to usher the punishment. Lady, why didn't he go to Adam first? So she talking about she stuck up for Adam. She wanted to blame Satan. He talked to Satan, and now he's going to punish the woman first. Because she did it, not Adam. Stop that Jezebel spirit. Now listen closely, daughters of Yah and men of Yah. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. Sex again. Why is Yah constantly talking about sex if they didn't have sex? Come on, guys, we're not going to be foolish. Playtime is over. Wake up. This is what Yah is calling Mashiach's assembly to do. This is what Ankh is here for, to remove the lies. Wake up. See it. The key to the kingdom, the key to unlock the mysteries of the Torah, of the Bible. Why is he still talking? All he's talking about is sex. And you just talking about, the Bible didn't say they have sex. They don't. That's all I hear is sex. What do you hear? That's because you don't have ears to hear. All you hear is Adam is to blame because that's Satan, Jezebel. See, I don't have that problem. I hear clearly. Understand. He has ears here, let him hear. Told y'all part 2 is going to be good. Listen clearly, guys. We're going to get this all understanding out. So now, he did it in order. He punished Hasatan, and the next person he punished was the woman. So how is Adam to blame? Doesn't even make sense. He would have blamed Adam. He would have punished Adam after he punished the spirit, Hasatan. You understand? It's an order. His creation he come into after he did it in order. Came to Adam first. Ask him what's going on. Adam told him, ask the woman, what did she do? She said, the serpent did it, went to the serpent. Because you did this, now cursed is this for you. Now, woman, come here. Unto you, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. And sorrow shall you bring forth what? Children. Why are we talking about babies? And thy desire shall be thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Why is he saying now, and you're going to desire your husband? Because you didn't desire your husband. And you know what this foolish woman said? He didn't say to desire the husband. It wasn't. I don't even got time. I ain't even about to find it. Go there. I ain't about to keep wasting time reading her stuff. It would have been good for me to find it, but I would have to go look all, because she wrote all this stuff and try to find right what she wrote about. And I ain't about to do all that. She wrote, try to explain that he said the desire from her husband wasn't because she didn't desire her husband. It was because some other crap. Try to blame Adam again for something. No, her desire, he said, for her punishment, she will desire her husband because she didn't desire Adam, God. She desired Hasatan. And now he said he shall rule over you. Oh, you don't like that either, do you? No, you don't like that. Because if y'all who have ears to hear clearly. Remove these curses. Now listen, he went to the woman first and he punished her first. Now, unto Adam, he said, because you have hearkened. You in for it. And that feminist demon you in for. She took up for Adam. She blamed Satan. Her only fault was that she didn't blame Adam. It's all Adam's fault. So guys, listen clearly. Let's see what the Most High thinks. Let's see whose fault he thinks it is. Let's see let's see what Yah says roles are played in the level. Let's see if it's equally wicked what she did and what Adam did. Because for her curse, he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and conception, your babies. Again, y'all want to act like she didn't do nothing with it? There ain't no babies involved? Okay, be foolish. And sorrow shall you bring forth children, babies. You got to have sex for this. Okay. I don't know why sex is coming involved. And a desire shall be for your husband. Why is that a curse? Why is that your punishment? That means she didn't desire her husband. Come on, let's be wise here. And he shall rule over thee. That means now you have to submit to him because you weren't submitting to him before because you was listening to Hasatan, your first husband. Now, unto Adam. Come here, Adam. Now's your punishment. Because you listened to her. Oh, and ate of the tree, which I command you, saying you should not eat of it. So Adam's punishment is because he listened to her. I thought it was his fault, sister. I thought her only thing was she didn't blame Adam. It sounds like the Most High Yah's not blaming Adam either. He's blaming Adam for listening to her. Hearken means listen and did it. You listened to her and eating of the tree. That's what hearken means. Not only did you just listen, you did something from listening. So unto Adam, because you listened to this evil, wicked thing that this woman did with Hasatan, and you partook of it, you eaten of it, you did the thing, of which I command you, saying, don't eat of it. Don't do it. Cursed is the ground for your sake. In sorrow shall you eat of it all the days of your life. He didn't curse his children. He didn't curse his seed. He didn't say anything about no sex. See the difference, guys? He didn't say your desire shall be for her because he knows she already loved her so much he turned against me for this wicked woman. This evil one. You don't like that, do you? I'm going to keep calling her evil to irk that demon in you, that Jezebel spirit over you. He didn't like the evil that this woman did. Now, one thing I do give Eve credit for is that she told the truth. And I think because of that, I think she might have her salvation. Because before I was wondering, I'm wondering because it was so evil what she did. But when he asked her, she literally told the truth. She didn't lie and blame Adam. She didn't take up for Hasatan. She literally just told the truth. And I think for that, she probably, I think we might see her in the kingdom, guys, because Yah is big on truth. He is truth. He would rather you sin and tell him the truth than sin and lie to him. That's why that's one of the 10 commandments, in spirit and in truth. So because of that, I think we might see her, guys. She might have made it. She might be in Jacob's bosom. I don't know. We'll see. But that sits right because she told the truth. I respect that. Now, let's get back. Why ain't he cursing Adam with his seed? Because of this, your seed shall be doing this, or when you have sex, you're going to have pain in your, why ain't he cursing anything? No. He said to Adam, because you ate, mean you partook of it. Listen to this. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Y'all want to, don't relate it? Don't relate it. Keep thinking it's just the fruit he's talking about. Okay. All right. Now let's continue. Because remember, it's these things, these prophecies and everything are 2- and 3-fold. You see? So the gift of the parable, remember when Yahshuah be saying, they be saying this parable, it don't mean just one thing, just like in the prophecy. It don't mean, he'll say a prophecy, he'll be saying about current, one that happened before, and a future event in one event. So don't take one thing and mean, okay, I'm just saying it just only means sex. That no, you have to be able to decipher the keys and see the different meanings for the different things in this prophecy. See, that's the key of deciphering the word, the mystery of the word in the kingdom, the keys. Okay. So it don't just mean just that. Okay. Now, unto Adam, he said, because you have hearkened unto the voice of thy wife and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, For out of it wast thou taken, for thus thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. Okay. So with Adam, he's only talking about food. But with Hava, he was talking about babies. Okay? Because with babies, he said Satan's going to bring a seed in and she's going to bring a seed in. Why is he talking to them two about babies? But he ain't talking about no babies with Adam, because he's worried about the two seeds are now going to go forth. Because she slept with her Adam too. So they are going to have a baby eventually. But now Hasatan is going to be able to bring seeds into the world. Now, he's got a seed coming into the world now. I don't know when she gave birth to it. I used to think Cain was his seed, but as our daughter Yahshuah and the other lesson y'all see, that got explained. Cain couldn't have been a seed that comes straight from Eve and Hasatan in this act, if saying they had sex, because Cain, Yah would have received Cain's offering. And if Cain was the seed of Hasatan, Yah wouldn't have received no offering from him. So that's letting you know it was the physical seed of Adam, but it was the spiritual seed of Hasatan, because he was born again in Hasatan. And that's early in the lesson when I said, remember, Yahusha told the Pharisees, you are of your father, the devil. They weren't Nephilim seeds, but spiritually seeds of Hasatan, just like we can be reborn. Remember, he told Nicodemus, Nicodemus, he's like, be born again. Nicodemus thinking born of physical body. Like, no, fool, how smart are you? No, you're born again in spirit, a new birth. See? So Cain is born again of Hasatan. That's his seed. That's why he brought evil and first killing into the world. And his seeds came from it was wicked and evil. Okay. Now listen carefully. And in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. See, that's how you know it means different meanings, because you can show plenty things where face of the sweat, people are not eating bread from the sweat of thy face. You got people who are doing very well. They ain't never went hungry. Never bless me. I've never went hungry. I've never not had electricity. Now, my grandmother always provided. She didn't have much, like my father and them were rich, but my grandmother who was me, she wasn't rich. So I lived in the projects, but I had a very clean apartment, very clean. And I always had food in the refrigerator, never lights cut off, never, none of that. I was never, now I've been homeless because once they turned her against me and she put me out when I was a teenager and I was homeless. So I do know that struggle. I've been homeless as a teenager. And that's a bad feeling. I had no home to live in. Praise Yah, he gave me a car. I was homeless, sleeping in a Mercedes as a teenager. Yeah, you'll learn from my life story. And that's only Yah did that blessing for me. But I was homeless, a couple of times. So I don't have the proverbial silver spoon, but I was blessed enough that up until that time, and even when I was homeless, I still wasn't hungry. You see? But I had no home, but I had money to buy food. I never went hungry ever in my life. Praise Yah. Okay, so that's how you know that this is symbolism too. But we do toil the ground and all that. And that's the symbolism of saying, because I'm gonna put you out the garden where before all things were freely for you to eat and pluck. Now you're gonna have to dig and work for the food. See? So that's what this means as well. See? And he's saying, thorns and thistles shall bring forth thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. So he's saying, as you start to till the ground and start to pull the stuff, I'm going to now have thorns and thistles that's going to be poking you to remind you of your transgression of me. You see, so it won't be easy like before when it was just all shalom and all the fruits was there in the garden. Everything was just easy. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to work. You're not like work to the sweat of your brow. It was shalom. There was no evil. There was no tired. So your spirit was naked, meaning pure. It wasn't defiled. It wasn't covered. It was open. Your spirit was open. You haven't sinned against me. Now that you sin against me, Now listen very carefully with this one. This will go right over everyone's head. Now that you sinned against me, from this garden, which I gave you everything to eat from, you don't have to work. Now you're gonna have to, things are gonna be poking you. Now you gotta till. It's because I'm putting you out of the garden, first of all. So now you're gonna till the ground outside of this garden because I'm putting you out, right? Now listen closely. Thorns and thistles shall bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. And the sweat of your face shall you eat the bread till thou return unto the ground. For out of it you was taken, Adam, for dust thou you art, and dust thou shalt you return. He's saying it's to Adam because that's who he created first, right? So now he punished the serpent. He asked Adam, where are you? Adam explained exactly what happened. He went to Eve. What did you do? Adam told the truth. He went to Eve. What did you do? She told the truth. He went to the serpent. Because you did this, cursed is you to the ground. You will wander in the dust and the dirt, right? And I'm going to put enmity between you and the woman, beef, between you and this woman who loves you, this woman who loves you over Adam, and between your seed, now we're talking about babies, and her seed, see, we're talking sex, and it shall bruise their head and it shall bruise their heel. Now he go to his creation. He went to the woman first. See, because that's where the sin was. That's who did it. Unto the woman, he said, I'm going to greatly multiply your sorrow and conception. Now you're going to be pains giving birth, again, sex, babies. See, he left off with Hasatan about sex and babies, and he started off with the woman, sex and babies. Okay. And sorrow shalt you bring forth children. Now we're talking about children. And your desire will be your husband. See, because he's talking about, see, he's going to put beef between you and the woman. Think about it. I'm going to put enmity, right, between y'all because she loves you, right? So I'm going to put beef. You got a sprung, but I'm going to mess that up. I'm going to put beef between y'all, tension between your seed and her seed, right? And then he told the woman, your desire going to be for your husband. So now that's going to cause a problem, beef, because I'm putting a curse on you to make you desire this man when you really desire him. So now I'm like, I'm torn. You see? Because now I got my desires when it's forced desire for him, but my true love is him. First love, enmity, beef, and he gonna rule over me. So now I'm making me have to submit to him. With Hasatan, I be as God. Remember? See, this is good, guys. What did he tell her? You be with me, you be as God. No one rules over you if you're a God, knowing good and evil. See? That's why the Most High said they'll be as their eyes open, they're gonna be like us. See? But what did y'all say? For curse, now I'm gonna make you submit to the man. So he's showing you, right? Okay. Now he goes to Adam, right? Now he say, because you listen to this woman, that's his sin. His sin was that he listened to her and went against his commandment. Because of the curses the ground for your sake, and the salt, thorns and thistles, and the sweat of the bread you're going to eat. Listen up now. I'm doing this for a reason, right? For the bread that was taken, for the dust also shall return. Now that is over. He punished Hasatan. He punished Eve. He punished Adam. He got the truth of everything you should do. So this is the end of it. So what's the next thing that's said? And Adam called his wife's name Eve because she was the mother of all living. I know some of y'all caught that right away. For those who didn't catch that right away, why do you think it ended with this statement? Because now, what did y'all say? Enmity, Hasatan gonna have a seed, the woman gonna have a seed, and sorrow and conception, she gonna bring forth children. He's talking about sex. It's ending with sex. And Adam called her, he naming her Eve now. Understand that. Before that, he was calling a woman. The name Eve is not a good, righteous name. It wasn't righteous. Think about it. And now Adam called her Eve because she is the mother of all living. Satan's seed and her seed, good and evil, come from one womb. No one ever taught you that. That's why that's the last statement from this whole episode. Now Adam said, because remember, he gave Adam dominion to name all the animals, and he named them all by their attributes. See, by the things they've done. So he named Eve because now you are going to give birth to all things. The serpent seed as well as man's seed. My seed as well as Hasatan's seed. The mother of all living. That is not a good thing. Because all things that are living are not good. Come on, y'all. Praise y'all. Now y'all got complete understanding. You can play this game all you want. Sisters, you don't got to listen to this. Those daughters who got ears to hear, they heard this. You ain't going to sit up and tell me, show me where it say they had sex. Show me anywhere where it don't say they had sex. You see? Like, did you know you under a strong delusion if you don't see all he's talking about is sex? He ain't talking about nothing else but sex through this whole thing. Immediately it started when they sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves, their sex parts. That's all he talked about. And then it ended with mother of all living, birth. All he talked about was conception, birth, seeds, sex. That's it. Praise Yah. Yah, thank you so much for allowing me. And then he kicked them out the garden too, by the way. Out of here. Thank you for allowing me to do this part too. It was a lot, guys. I was tired, but it needed to go more into depth. And for those who have ears to hear and eyes to see. Because if you miss the whole part of this being an act of the serpent seed coming into the earth and what Eve did, and don't understand where the Black woman is God, women can't do no wrong, feminism, blaming men, not taking responsibility, Jezebel, all this is intertwined. If you miss this part, then you succumb to everything that comes after it. You fall victim to it all. That's why the curse of Eve. That's why that prayer is so important. Daughters of Yah, sisters, you don't have to say the prayer. Don't knock yourself out. Daughters of Yah, please say that prayer and rebuke him all the time. Say, I divorce you, Hasatan. I rebuke you and your seed. Or I rebuke this curse that Eve put over our head, her being the first transgression against the Most High Yah. That is the first sin. She wrote that too with sin. That's sin. Foolish woman. This is sin, the most evil sin. This is the most evil act, the first transgression against the Most High Yah. Sin is transgression against his law. What did they do? They broke his covenant, his law. That is called sin. Miss me with, because you have to name sin somewhere else. You're a fool. Those who have eyes to see understand. I don't need something to be said just for me to get an understanding. That's why Yahshuah taught like that. Because if he said everything out verbatim, then every fool, Joe Schmo, can read the word and glean from it and use it to do evil. But he said, I speak in these parables because it's for thee, he who has the key, the decipher, the keys to the kingdom. It ain't for all. So if you can't see this, then it ain't for you. So stay in your feminism, stay with Jezebel, and I rebuke you and those demons. So the daughters of Yah who want to come out of her, say this prayer, come out of her. Continue to listen to Mashiach's assembly. There's a lot more coming. Next week's lesson, we're going into the kingdom of the deep, where all these demons come from. All these Jezebel, all these spirits, suicide, demon, depression, all of these demons come from. I'm going in really hard. And I have to do it. It's a lot of work. It's going to take me probably hundreds of hours of work, but I have to do it. So it's going to be one of the most powerful lessons. Y'all willing, it'll be dropping I know I'm doing it on Tuesday, Bible study, but y'all willing, I'll be able to edit it and drop it sometime next week. I might be able to drop another lesson because I'm about to drop one tomorrow on polygyny. It was going to be a part of this, but this would have been 5 hours, so I'm going to break it up. So I'm dropping polygyny tomorrow, and then this one, y'all willing, will be coming right after it. And then hopefully it'll be that next week sometime, it'll be that lesson on the deep, the darkness that covered the face of the earth at the beginning when he created from Genesis 1:1. Okay? One of the deepest lessons I've ever done. So it's going to take a lot for me to go into and that kingdom. So I ask you all to cover me in prayer as I go into this, because that's that deep kingdom, and Hasatan is not going to like me exposing it. So I'm going to need all the covering and prayers that I can get for all those who have some type of ahava love for me, your brother. I'm going to need it. So I have to do it though. So praise Yah. Okay, sister, sorry, this was a rough lesson, and doing a lot of exposing, but Yah does it because you don't realize you're under a spirit. That's feminine Jezebel spirit. Stop blaming men. It is not men's fault. And it's not equally both of us' fault. Everything ain't equal. Men and women aren't even equal. That's another lie from Hasatan. We ain't created equal. If we were, then why does the scripture say the woman is a weaker vessel? That's not equal. You understand? Y'all have things that we don't have. How are we equal? I can't have a baby. My body don't revert itself and be able to bring forth life and change, and all my organs turn upside down and all my faculties and everything, and then life come through. That ain't equal. I can't do that. How are we equal? Just like y'all don't got everything. Y'all ain't as strong as me or run as fast as me, or we got spiritual, we're different and we're not equal. So the sins are not equal. So miss me with that. That's that feminist demon. Y'all have done more wicked than the men. I'm sorry. Just unsubscribe, guys, if you don't like it, because this is a place of truth. Women who in truth, if it wasn't that folk, then why would the Bible warn the man hundreds of times over that? Over women will destroy us. We are weaker than y'all in a lot of ways. A lot of ways. The destruction of the man is the woman in the family. If you get the woman, you get everything. Why you think Hasatan went after her? Think about it. It's foolish. Why you think Yah punished her first? Why you think she is the mother of all living, good and evil? Why do you think, what is the scripture? And this is a good way to end it. Why do you think the scripture says, hell, Sheol, have no fury like a woman scorned? It don't say about no hell have no fury like a man transgressed or scorned. It said hell, the spiritual realm of hell, have no wicked, evil fury as dark as a woman who feels she is scorned or been scorned. Because remember, women have feelings. They don't have to be scorned. If they think they were scorned, hell have no fury what's going to come after you. So miss me with this equal stuff. No, it's really dark. And if the man don't stand in a rightful standing and cover that woman, that's why he says he shall rule over you and you have to submit. Because you know that if you don't, hell, what word am I looking for? Yah forbid what men will be under if a woman don't. All hell and demons will be open on this earth. It's demonic. This was part 2. It won't be a part 3 unless y'all wants me to go into some other stuff, because we got a lot more stuff to cover. A lot more is coming, guys. A lot more is coming. I got something coming about the feast days and all the stuff we got wrong. So thank you, y'all, for giving me the patience to do this, the wherewithal. So guys, this lesson has come to you from some of your brothers and sisters who had enough compassion in their heart and sort of help me so that I don't have to be working all night long and try to come here after working 8, 9 hours, driving hundreds of miles to sit here falling asleep trying to get. I've been working on this right now for this probably like a 3-hour lesson right here, you know, and the other one's through 2 hours, and the other one, like, this thing be hours and hours, and it ain't even edited yet, and I still gotta see. So praise y'all. Thank you, guys, y'all's children. I went right to work. One day I'm going to record me doing maybe a 20, 30-hour lesson of editing and all that, so you can literally see, like, my goodness, you put in 40 hours on that. That's a whole work week. Yeah, I labor to bring this word to you guys. I won't. One day I'll be okay. But thank you, guys, worldwide. Thank you, y'all's children, for what you do for our ministry. And all those worldwide, just eat, learn, come out of her. We have to remove all of the stuff that we've been taught. A lot of it has been stronghold and lies. Yah is me. He's cleaning it up at this end day. And he's pointing it out clearly. You know, it's truth, in spirit and in truth. So, with that, I'm going to bid you shalom. And now it's 5:53 a.m. So I'm probably going to work from basically 6 o'clock in the morning. It's April 15th, 2022 to, I think I can see the time on the screen. Well, it'll probably be small on the phone. But I'm about to work to release the polygyny lesson. I'm probably not going to finish that till 12 in the afternoon, because I got to edit and get the thumbnail and make it all up just to release it. So just to give you guys some food and edification. And that's a very good lesson. So thank you, y'all. All right, guys, I love you all. And I'm sorry, sister. I just hope that you receive it in spirit and truth, and you can learn from this ministry, because I do teach men and women. But all that, me not blaming, I don't do all that crap. I'm not going to sit up here and act like Eve's sin and Adam's sin was the same. It was not the same. The serpent tricked Eve, and Eve fed it to us, to Adam. I can't say she tricked him, because it don't say she beguiled him. It says she gave it to him, and he ate. And I know his foolish butt should have rebuked her. We would have a whole different existence. Maybe y'all would have gave him another wife who would have been more righteous, more resistant to Hasatan. We don't know. But this is the way it was supposed to go. Promise. So, I love you all, and shalom. Until next time.
He adds secures and hooks us tight. A gift from Yah, eternal life. He sent his son, a sacrifice, to show how much he loves us. You are loved, you are loved. You are loved, you are loved. You are loved, oh, you are loved. You are loved by
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Praise Yah. Hallelujah.
Bible study every Tuesday, 8 p.m. We having a Zoom Bible study. I'm gonna put email me for the link.
I'm a lion of the tribe of Judah. Say it again. You are the precious chosen people of the Most High. You got that right.
We hope you have a good time watching our videos, and we'll see you in the next video.
And we'll see you in the next video. So like and subscribe.
Our channel.
Yeah.
We are the true Hebrews, the true and real Israelites. We are the true ones that fulfill Bible prophecy and scripture.